I'm here to ask for the adoption of the ordinance on illegal dumping and littering tonight. My main concern, however, is how is this budget? Is there a budget for staffing for the enforcement and prosecution? If there are not monies for this ordinance, and this just becomes another idle ordinance on the books, please be sure that there is budget for this ordinance. I would also like to see some measurements established for the ordinance so that there is an evaluation process and it's reported on an annual basis to the members, to the residents. At the last council meeting, there was a handout, which was a request for additional information to report for the creation of the illegal dumping strategy. There were wonderful, great ideas there, and I would like to know what the status is of that, and will those ideas be incorporated into the ordinance? Lastly, regarding the waste management contract, which I understand is up for renewal, I'd like to see two things. Number one is reduce fees for dumping, which I feel will reduce illegal dumping. If people dump on the side of the road for free, they're not going to go to the dump and pay expensive fees. And lastly, increase bulky pickup days to monthly rather than once or twice a year. This would also eliminate the need for us to call waste management for them to spend 15 minutes as reading to the residents the do's and don'ts of where to put your dumping. I believe monthly bulky pickups would also reduce illegal dumping by Oakland residents. In the name of the late Frank Rose, decreased grime will decrease crime. Thank you.
My name is Asada Olibalo. I'd like to address the illegal dumping. My observation is a large portion of illegal dumping comes from construction sites. It's gotten to the level of large concrete slabs broken up being dumped on private properties. I've mentioned before toxic chemicals have been dropped on different private property as well as our public communities. Extreme volumes of signs that are placed on public poles and federal property as far as 580 is concerned, where they stay for garage sales and so forth. It could be recommended that private citizens, like people who do Keep Oakland Beautiful, who take numbers, call them, let them know if they don't take them down, that they would receive a fine after a period of time. The bounty program, I have tried to take pictures. I've been confronted by people. There is an element of safety involved when you ask citizens to take pictures. And so I'd like for someone to reconsider that initiative, because I know personally it can cause some problems. Also, with your program called Oakland Safe and Clean City Day, that needs to be extended to every city of Oakland. We could have Step Out Your Door Day and simply pick up the trash in front of your immediate area on that day. Because as I pick up trash, I observe that many citizens just allow trash to stay on their property, in their areas, and don't do anything about it. So we have a campaign to encourage people to just take care of your area within your living space. That should be considered. I also signed up to talk about our Citizens Review Committee. I don't fully understand what they are going to be doing. I do recommend that they do review some of the issues that are related to, I have plenty of them, but the immediate issue is there is ever an emergency in Oakland. 90% of our police officers don't live here. That's what happened with the Trayvon Martin situation. The officers were not immediately available to assume the situation that was had at attention. If there's an earthquake, if there's something related to terrorism, if there's something related to any issue where you need the officers here, they can't get here. And we need to sit down and strategize, what do we do? Because that has to be dealt with. There are other issues like officers who are trained here have to sign some document that says you have to stay a certain number of years, if not you pay us back for your training, because I looked at the data that says every year we get a certain percentage of the officers that are leaving and going to other departments on our back. I had some other issues, but I hope the review board will deal with solutions to issues that they could possibly help with. Thank you.
We have a group in West Oakland called the Business Alert Group, and we meet, matter of fact, we're meeting tomorrow at around 3 o'clock or something. I remember Councilmember Iowa's been there and Councilmember Napoleon, and we're searching for solutions to the dumping. As a matter of fact, we're happy to work with Senator Shamrock in getting these matters done. Alleviate somewhat, but it's going to take a lot more effort. And as a matter of fact, we see graffiti and dumping, hazmat, a lot of a whole cluster of crimes as crimes against the environment. We have to come to grips with a solution that will work for this cluster. And I don't think, given the always pressed financial situation in the city, that we're going to be able to do it on our own. We're going to have to reach out to county folks and make a region-wide effort to do this. When copper is stolen, it's usually from a rooftop, and it's usually from somebody that has a cooling system. And whether it costs $60,000 to repair that system, the amount of freon that is taken into the atmosphere and degrades our environment is really severe. So is that something that is just Oakland's alone to bear? I think we have to really think about getting a metro tax squad and get the rest of the area involved.
Thank you.
Put the mic down, stand here.
Hi, I'm Heather Johnson, and I'm going to be speaking on the police review board. All last week and the week before, I've been going down to the city police department to try to get an appointment to talk to the chief of police. I haven't accomplished it at all. All I have accomplished was arguments and things are not going right. I had 3 children that were shot up in Oakland in June 3rd, 2013. Okay, and I was asked about, at Carlton Homicide, and asked about who did, if they came up on any clues. The clues that they keep on coming up to me about is another case that happened, which is that the individuals have the same last name as my daughter-in-law. And I'm trying to figure out how is that case combined with my son's case. And we know who did that. It was Oakland Police Department. I am a confused individual over that, and the last name is Blooper, okay, if you want to know. Okay, and I want that to stop, and I would like to know how long it would take to get an appointment with the chief. You said I need to go up to the office to make an appointment personally. What are you protecting him from? He's supposed to be protecting the citizens. All the money that you have gave him, $250,000, is that what it is? We need to get it together, because I'm ready to talk to him, and I would like for him to talk to me as a concerned citizen, as soon as possible. Next thing I want to talk about is, I was reading yesterday in the paper about Deanna Sanchez, about she wanted to take $200,000 from the youth job committee. That's a shame for one individual. How are you going to do that? You know, you all are not running the city proper at all. You know, you don't cut back code compliance with people are living with so many inhabitability situations in their homes in Oakland. What is happening with you all? Y'all have forgot about the people who select you in office. And another thing I want to do, I have been a concerned citizen and a living citizen, and I have been a community activist within my neighborhoods and areas. And I have dealt with one person that has really been an outstanding person that have worked throughout the city hall since I started dealing with it. And they talk to me personally, and they have concerns in their citizens within their constituents. That person, I would like to endorse tonight for mayor of 2014, which will be Ms. Desmond Brooks. She has been a wonderful person. She talks to her constituents. She deals with her constituents, not only in her area, but she deals with them outside her area. So the people of Oakland, I would like to thank Ms. Stephanie Brooks for being the mayor of 2014.
Thank you. Are there any other speakers on the consent calendar? Okay, I believe all names were called. Okay, now, council is on the consent calendar. First in line is Councilman Guyer. Okay, Councilman Call.
Thank you, Madam President. This is regarding to item 7.8. I'm not objecting to it. It's more about the general topic of increases in